right. A very good morning, all of you. So, welcome to a lovely day. So, this is our first day of a 7-day challenge, which we have initiated starting from today. So, I'm really glad that you guys are joining us. So, from today onwards, for the next 7 days, including today, we'll have our 5 a.m. sessions and also we'll have a dinner session every night at 8 p.m. IST as we discussed prior. So it's a beautiful day, and I'm sure with this a new habit of waking up early in the morning, to those who are joining new, or to those who are continuing this new habit of waking up early in the morning, we'll be able to make maximum use of your day qualitatively, productively, and also to overcome negativity with that specific objective. We're having these 5 a.m. sessions. So these 5 a.m. sessions will conduct them in two formats. In the first format or in the first section, we'll try to meditate, just focus on breathing for around 5 minutes, which is not a big ask. So as you know, like how we actually do, inhalation, correlate that with positivity, exhalation, correlate that with negativity. And you can decide the rapidity or frequency of your breaths based on your convenience. So first part will be meditation, the first format, and the second part will discuss a positive thing or a good thing which is relevant to the current pandemic, right? I hope you guys are all ready. So let's go ahead with our presentation now. First thing, I'll show you an image. You can either observe that image or you can close your eyes as per your convenience. And as I said, we'll meditate for exactly 5 minutes initially. And as we move on, we'll try to extend the time. So for those who are starting today, it should not be too much, right? So welcome to our 7-day challenge, day 1. So this is the image which we captured. As you know, I presented this image during 21-day challenge as well. So it's up to you. You can either look at the image or you can close your eyes. It's completely your choice. So I'll also put some music, right? Some peaceful, soothing music. You can listen to it and simultaneously focus on your breathing, inhalation and exhalation as per your convenience, and correlate inhalation with positivity and exhalation with negativity. Okay? Ready? 5 minutes. I'll also set the timer. Right. I don't know how, but once you tell yourself, once you tell your mind that it's going to be 5 minutes, you will automatically open your eyes in 5 minutes. So there is something within us, or maybe a subconscious level has someone always guiding us. In fact, researchers call it by different names: System One, System Two, conscious, subconscious mind. So, I mean, we have definitely someone inside us guiding us, especially during all the times, including challenging times. And we all have that untapped potential within us. You tell me how amazing this experience is. Just 5 minutes, isn't that peaceful? Isn't that serene? And I'm sure, and I personally feel that each and every one of us deserve this experience. Early in the morning, where we have least disturbance possible, so we do definitely deserve this quality time for ourselves so that we can take care of self and others in the process. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you fell asleep, right? So it's time to wake up. We'll discuss something very positive. So this is the thing which we're going to discuss today. A positive news, which has something to do with pandemic. And also I posted reference to make sure that we are sharing information but not misinformation, right? So we'll go into the detailed version of this positive news. Just give me a moment. I'm going to switch the slides. So this is something which I'm sure you might have come across in the past couple of days. In various media outlets have picked up this. So DCGI approves anti-COVID drug developed by our very own Defense Research and Development Organization for emergency use. And you can see it's a press bulletin released by Ministry of Defense. So May 8, 2021, 1:42 p.m. IST by Press Information Bureau, Delhi. The reason why I'm trying to read out all of this is information, not misinformation, right? And this is authentic. So as you can see, I've tried to highlight certain points. I'm sure this is something which is also useful and relevant for our entrance. So an anti-COVID-19 therapeutic application of the drug 2-DG, they're calling it as 2-DG, which is 2-deoxy-D-glucose, which has been developed by Institute of Nuclear Medicine and Allied Sciences, INMAS, a lab of Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, in collaboration with Dr. Reddy's Laboratories, DRL Hyderabad. So clinical trial results, in fact, they even completed phase 3 trials very recently, and the drug has been put for emergency use from May 1st, 2021. Let's look into more details. So what is this 2-deoxy-D-glucose and how does it act, including the mechanism of action? They have shared that in brief in this press release, along with some illustrations. So we look into them as well. So clinical trial results have shown that this molecule helps in faster recovery of hospitalized patients and reduces supplemental oxygen dependence. Let me just zoom in. I hope it is readable, right? Yeah. Also, I'll share the link in the description part of the video. So this is very, very important. They're talking about faster recovery rates of hospitalized patients and also reduced supplemental oxygen dependence at times where we are having oxygen scarcity. So higher proportions of patients treated with 2DG showed RT-PCR negative conversion in COVID patients. The drug will be of immense benefit to the people suffering from COVID-19. So pursuing Prime Minister Narendra Modi's call for preparedness against the pandemic, DRDO took the initiative of developing anti-COVID therapeutic application of 2DG. In April 2020, during the first wave of pandemic, INMAS DRDO scientists conducted lab experiments with the help of CCMB, that is Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology, Hyderabad, and found that this molecule works effectively against SARS-CoV-2 virus, inhibiting the viral growth. Based on these results, Drug Controller General of India, DCGI, Center Drug Standard Control Organization, permitted phase 2 clinical trials of 2DG in COVID patients last year, May 2020. The DRDO, along with its industry partner DRL, Dr. Reddy's Laboratory Hyderabad, started the clinical trials to test the safety and efficacy of the drug in COVID-19 patients. And in phase 2 trials, including dose ranging, that is phase 2B, conducted during May to October 2020, the drug was found to be safe in COVID-19 patients and showed significant improvement in their recovery. Phase 2A was conducted in 6 hospitals, and phase 2B dose ranging clinical trial was conducted at 11 hospitals all over the country, and it was conducted on 110 patients, phase 2. In fact, if you remember, we had even questions on various phases of clinical trials in previous entrances. In efficacy trends, the patients treated with 2DG showed faster symptomatic cure than standard of cure on various endpoints. A significantly favorable trend, that is 2.5 days difference, was seen in terms of median time to achieving normalization of specific vital signs when compared to standard of care. So what exactly is this standard of care? So in medical parlance or in medical terms, it corresponds to level of competence in performing medical tasks accepted as reasonable or rational by a skilled or diligent healthcare provider. So we have set certain standards, and compared to those standards, when they come up with a new drug, they try to test the efficacy of the same drug by comparing with the existing standards in the industry. So based on successful results, DCGI further permitted phase 3 clinical trials in November 2020. Let me try to highlight so that it will be easy for you to follow. So in phase 3 clinical trial, it was conducted on 220 patients, double the number compared to phase 2, between December 2020 to March 2021 at 27 COVID hospitals in various states, including Delhi, UP, West Bengal, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu. The detailed data of phase 3 trial was presented to DCGI. In 2DG arm, significantly higher proportion of patients improved symptomatically and became free from supplemental oxygen dependence by day 3 in comparison to standard of care, indicating an early relief from oxygen therapy or dependence. The similar trend was observed in patients aged more than 65 years. So on May 1st, 2021, DCGI granted permission for emergency use of this 2DG as an adjunct therapy in moderate to severe COVID-19 patients. This is something which you can consider very important along with its usage or clinical relevance. Being a generic molecule and analog of glucose, it can be easily produced and made available in plenty in the country. The drug comes in powder form in sachet, which is taken orally. By dissolving in water, it accumulates in the virus infected cells and prevents the viral growth by stopping viral synthesis and energy production. So its selective accumulation in viral infected cells makes this drug unique. In the ongoing second wave pandemic, a large number of patients are facing a severe oxygen dependency and need hospitalization, as we all know. The drug is expected to save precious lives due to mechanism of operation of the drug in infected cells, which also reduces the hospital stay of COVID-19 patients. So they say their symptoms are reducing quicker comparatively, and the patients are becoming less dependent on oxygen, right? And also fewer hospitalization stays comparatively. And these are some of the images which the DRDO has released. On left, you can see, I think I can zoom in now. Yeah. So you can see on left side, SARS-CoV-2 virus infection. The culture media, when treated or when we add this 2DG, 2-deoxy-D-glucose, you can see the comparative analysis. So it's inhibiting viral growth. And also you can see another illustration where they're talking about cytopathic effect. So 2DG inhibiting SARS-CoV-2 growth and cytopathic effect. So left and right, with and without, right? I mean, with infection and without infection, as we are adding 2DG in the right illustration. So you can see less number of dying cells. Okay, now this is another illustration which they have released. So they're talking about 2-deoxy-D-glucose, which is inhibiting the replication of a virus. It selectively affects the viral infected cells, right? So this has been released by the PRB, Delhi Ministry of Defense, very recently. That is on May 8th. In fact, the trials, everything was completed by March, and from May, they've approved it for emergency usage. And if you guys are interested, you can get back through mail. We can share even detailed information regarding its mechanism of action and so on and so forth. So this is a press release which we have just gone through. Isn't that interesting? So after all, it seems to be a solace. Even though it's not a solution to end this pandemic, but it's definitely going to have a very positive impact. 2DG, which is an adjunct to the conventional therapy for these patients, right? For COVID patients, which is known to reduce hospital stays, reduce the severity of the infection by affecting the virus-infected cells, right? And most importantly, in times of crisis where we're facing oxygen shortage, it's known to reduce oxygen dependence of patients. Let's hope it saves more and more lives in the coming days. And so this is something which I wanted to highlight in today's presentation. Okay, so every 5 a.m. session, we'll try to have discussions in these formats. First format, we'll go with meditation. We'll enjoy some quiet time, right? And then second format, or in second part, we'll discuss something, as I said, which is relevant to the pandemic and something that is positive. Okay, and also feel free to share any positive news or items which you come across in the process. You can get back through mail. We'll definitely consider and try incorporating them in the upcoming 5 a.m. sessions. Okay, so I'm sure you'll make maximum use of this wonderful day. It was lovely interacting with you, and also it was lovely hearing from all of you. And most importantly, once this session concludes, right, don't sleep, because once you sleep again, the objective will not be fulfilled. Try working, indulge yourself in other activities based on your priorities. And of course, you can have a power nap in the afternoon, which is absolutely required. Okay, so I'll see you again tonight at 8 p.m. IST. where we'll spend some 40 to 45 minutes on clinical based discussions. We'll have a case based, context based question, and then we'll discuss some relevant points. Also, we'll be giving you some homework from our side to keep this enthusiasm and momentum going. So, day one is very hard to start with, but the good news is you've taken the first step, the bold step of starting or initiating uh, the habit of waking up early in the morning and participating in these 5 a.m. sessions. I'm sure you'll keep this momentum going. And for any further queries or clarifications, feel free to get back through mail at proudtobedentist@gmail.com 24/7. So have a wonderful day ahead. Love you all. Yes, and by the way, do share this positive news. If you haven't come across, do share this positive news with your friends and family as well. 2DG.